Hey YouTube, I have this 154 Cub Lo Boy, and I had some issues with it not working right. The clutch wouldn't work, the brakes wouldn't work right, nothing seemed to work. Anyhow, what I did on my 154 is I didn't want to have to deal with all the moving the engine and dismantling this or dismantling that. So what I did is I made a collar, and it's bored with a 4-inch. I took out 4 inches out of the shaft, and I bored either end to fit the drive shaft. And what I did is I took a 1/2-inch 13 bolt, I drilled and tapped the collar, I cut it in half, I put roll pins in it, and that took care of my issue with having to move the engine or dismantling anything up here by the front. Now all I have to do is undo the bolt, drop the 2 roll pins through, and boom, I can pull out the drive shaft. I can work on anything on my clutch, and which comes to another problem that I had. My old clutch had a crack, and I tried to weld it without preheating it, and it doesn't work. Anyhow, it ended up breaking the piece off, so I ended up getting a new one, and I replaced it, put in the new bushing, and also on the brake assembly, as you can see, the old system had 2, I don't even know what to call them, they're about a 1/2-inch round, and they're brake shoes of some sort, but I didn't like them, and I decided to do a little upgrade. I've seen some things on YouTube, and I thought I would probably do the same thing, because this brake shoe here, I just went up to the nearest Monroe muffler. I asked him if they had some old brake shoes. He gave me the smallest one he could find. I fabricated it so that it works, and that's kind of what I got. As you can see, everything seems to be running true. I also noticed on the throwout bearing, the brass bushing that's inside there, they had the bushing in wrong. There was no way to get that grease down into the bearing. So I had to pop that out, and then I had to reinsert it with a hole going up to the Zerk fitting so that I could get grease down in there. Now, I've got everything working pretty well. Now you can actually step on the brake, and it does everything it's supposed to do. A little noisy, but it still does everything it's supposed to do. Stops the transmission so I can shift without grinding them, and everything seems to be working quite well after I adjusted everything. So I'm pretty happy with the way things turned out here, and I don't know if this will help anyone else in the future that might want to make things a little easier on them and kind of do what I did, but that was my feeling, and I just like to make things easier on myself if I have to work on anything. So I hope this helps you out down the road, and I think it's pretty good. Works out pretty well. Thanks. Bye.